I'm keeping my cheating wife on a tight leash. We are trying to work it out, but I can't after finding out why she cheated. My 30 meters wife, 31 feet, of 5 years cheated on me last year with her friend when she was out with her friend group. She'd often go out with her friends, so I was used to her coming back at around 12 a.m., but this time she came home very late, at around 5 a.m., drunk, but I didn't press the issue that night. She was distant, and didn't talk much to me afterwards the next few days. I only found out a couple days later when she confessed to cheating after I kept asking her why she was so cold to me. I was shocked. I never liked the fact that she went out to bars and clubs, but she never gave me a reason to distrust her, until that night. I immediately grabbed a bag, packed some stuff, and left. She was begging me to talk about it, but I wasn't in the mood for it. I was angry, upset, sad. I know that I wasn't in the right headspace for this kind of talk, so I stayed with a friend. Fast forward a few days later, and I agreed to talk to her. She said she was so sorry and would never happen again, and that she would do anything to make me stay. I spent the time I was away thinking of staying or leaving, and I hate the fact that I still love her. We don't have kids together, but part of me still wanted to stay. I gave her certain conditions if she wanted me to stay. First, she must never see the man she cheated on me with ever again. Secondly, I could see her phone or computer any time I wanted without having to ask. And finally, she could no longer go out to bars or clubs without me. She agreed to all of this. Over the last year, she's been estranged from her friend group because she can't go out with them without seeing the man she cheated on me with, and she hasn't really made any new friends. I haven't checked her phone or computer either. I know she likes to go out, so I try my best to go with her when I have time. The bar and club scene was never my thing, but I try to enjoy it with her. Things haven't been the same as before, and I've thought loosening the she can't go out without me rule, but I keep thinking of what she did. I've explained this to my friend, and she said I should just divorce her if I can't trust her anymore. I've thought about it. I wasn't as happy as I used to be. She says she's happy with me around, but she isn't as energetic as she used to be. Would you do the same if you were me? Update 1. Our relationship still isn't the same. We've gone out hiking a few times, and gone out together on dates, but not nearly as often anymore. I just haven't felt the desire to. I've talked to my wife, and we both reflected on our relationship. She still claims she wants to stay with me, and would respect my conditions no matter what. I asked her what she would do if I let go of the conditions. She told me she's truly ashamed of what happened, and she said she probably wouldn't go to a club or bar alone anymore. I asked about her old friends, and she told me that she doesn't want to be their friend anymore. She told me that they thought she was being unreasonable for not wanting to see the guy anymore, and that's just how he is. Basically, they refused to cut the guy off, and they didn't like that my wife had a problem with him. I never asked her about this before, because I didn't care about how my condition was met. All that I cared about was that it was met. I've opened up a bit more, and how our life now is pretty dull. She said she's aware our relationship isn't the way it was before. I asked her if she wants things to change, but she said she doesn't feel that she has the right to ask me for anything. She said she's aware it's her fault our relationship is like this. I mentioned couples therapy, and she immediately said that it was a good idea. I still resent her, but from what I can tell, she does want to make this work. I can't fully trust her yet. I still remember when she first said that there was nothing to worry about. We decided to start couples therapy. I'll be honest though, the only reason I'm willing to do this is because she has followed my conditions for a year, but I don't think this is going to help me trust her ever again. If therapy doesn't work, then I'll leave. Update 2. My wife and I have been going to couples therapy for months now, and we've both completely laid our feelings out now. We talked about why she cheated. And honestly, it was very hard to hear. Basically, she was simply curious. She simply wondered what made the guy she cheated with special. Apparently, he slept with another woman in the friend group, and she talked about to my wife. And she got really curious. The alcohol did the rest. She mentioned regret setting as soon as she got back to her senses. As for me, my conditions were to help me feel more secure. But also, they were a way for me to punish my wife. After some sessions, I just can't trust my wife anymore. I realized this when I told her she made my worst fears real. She was with a guy I was insecure about. We're now going through with a divorce. Besides some finances, there's not much to do. We don't own any property together. We're both capable of living without alimony. To be honest, it's felt like we've been divorced for some time now, and we're just making it official. Tell me if you think I made the right choices? What could I have done differently?